Hey folks, welcome to Kayak DIY. Here, myself and my father head off to iCAST, where we're going to be filming the latest products in paddle sports and fishing. Check it out. Hey folks, Kayak DIY here, and right now I'm at Yak Gear, one of my favorite places here at iCAST. I use a ton of their products here, and right now we are at kind of the holy grail of kayak fishing. It all starts with the milk crate. So I'm not sure who first came up with the idea of the milk crate to be used on kayak fishing, but it works really well. It's simple, it's lightweight, it's durable, and people mount rod holders on it and all sorts of accessories. Yak Gear sells them. They have pretty good pricing on it. They actually sell them also as kits where you can have the rod holders easily bolt on. Lots of options here, and we're going to be showing you a lot of products, so hopefully you don't have information overload. But let's just go take a look at some of the accessories here that Yak Gear has to offer. Okay, so they got yak guards. That's something that's going to be new here. It's a Keel Protector. It's thin but ultra durable, abrasion resistant. I felt it. It's super slick. You can take a key and try to scratch it. It doesn't cut through the material. You don't even really see a scratch on it. So that's an exciting new product. And one thing I want to mention is what I like about Yak Gear, and the reason why I have used a lot of their products is because I feel that they are priced where the average consumer can actually afford it. They don't overinflate their prices, and they have very competitive pricing. And they're available at a lot of different places. They're available at yakgear.com, and they're available at West Marines and other places that are in my community. Over here, I'm seeing a lot of products that I do see at my West Marine, my local place, and a lot of other outdoor places. So here's just a wide array of all their accessories. And when it comes to rigging, if you don't have access to the inside of your kayak, a lot of people like rivets. They're a very easy way to mount accessories. Their tri-grip rivets are the best ones that I've used. They definitely don't fail as often as a lot of the other brands. You get a nice, good pop rivet out of it. And you'll see me using these in some of my kayaks. Looking down here, you got zigzag cleats, you got drain plugs. If you have a kayak that has a drain plug and you're looking at the manufacturer why did you put that drain plug there? I have added my own drain plugs to make it easier on my life. And I've used their drain plug kits. You got paddle keepers, you got bungees, you got paddle rod leashes. So if you flip your kayak, your gear isn't lost. You got the rod tubes here. The rod tubes are ones that you can mount onto your kayaks, you can mount it onto your dock, you can mount it onto just about anywhere that you want. Here they have rod extensions. So a lot of kayaks have the flush mount rod tubes, and you can drop these into them to get a little bit higher rod holder. Right here's the crate well. This is pretty cool. It's a collapsible crate that will go inside your milk crate, and what it allows you to do is you can actually keep bait alive in it. It has a little spot for a bubbler to go in. You can pick up a bubbler for maybe $4 to $6 or so, a little battery powered one. You run it into there, you're able to keep your bait alive. These come in at a price point of 19 to 20 bucks. That's what I paid actually, because I just ended up buying one, and I bought a milk crate at my local West Marine. So you'll see a video on that later, because like I said, I'm actually a customer too. I don't just show you all this stuff and not buy it myself. Here we have pad eyes, scupper plugs, replacement bungee handles. So if you're kayak, if something breaks on it, likely Yak Gear has the stuff to even fix it. You got the popular fish grips. And over on the other side, we even have fish grip holders, because fish grips have become so popular. They're almost like a vice grip for the fish. So once you squeeze, it locks on. I know guys that too will even have these tethered to their kayaks, and they'll let the fish sit in the water, and it will be gripped onto the lip of the fish. Here you got some of their anchors. So these are a folding claw anchor. So these are for some of your smaller kayaks or for in low currents. You can use some of these. Here, maybe for some of your larger kayaks. one of the things I like to do is I like to tie the line to here, and I'll use the zip tie method. We'll put a zip tie right through here, and the line will run through that, and that way if the anchor gets caught up on a rock, what you can do is you tug really hard, it breaks the zip tie, and it lifts it up this way and folds the anchor claws in. That way you don't lose your anchor. So that's kind of a look at of the YakGear specific products. They got YakGear paddles there. They're also a carrier for backwater. So the backwater paddles are sweet. Right here I have the Assassin. So I have actually this paddle here. This is what I'm using on my Viking Profish Reload. And what I like about it is it's lightweight, but yet it has like this utilitarian type concept in the blade design. So you can actually use this as a tool out on the water. You can use this to push off from things. You can use this to grab onto things, like if there's branches in the mangroves or so and you want to get pulled in, you can pull in with that. You can grab line if it gets caught up and hung up on stuff. You know, just the paddle then becomes more of a tool as well. And it's just a low weight, which leads to, you know, being able to paddle longer and enjoy your time out on the water. Here they got hand paddles. That's kind of how they got their start. You can throw these under your seat if you have a pedal drive, you know, or something, or other, you know, even if you have a paddle and you maybe don't want to be picking up your paddle all the time, you can pick up the hand paddle, make an adjustment, and still be fishing here, you know, in a short amount of time. Let's go around here because there's some pretty cool stuff over here too. So for the tournament guys, or the guys that like to, you know, measure their fish, right here you have the fish stick. So the fish stick is a folding measuring board. So how this works is you can actually fold it up. It takes up less space then. It measures up to, looks like 35 and a half, 36 inches. And the other thing that many people don't know about this is it actually floats as well. So if it goes overboard, you don't have to worry about it. You just go back and go grab it. It does lock, and it is approved by several of the tournament companies. So a lot of the companies that run the tournaments, they have approved this. There's some more fish grips. You got little ones, you got big ones. Going over here, here's that Keel Protector material. I was playing around with this. I was taking my keys, I was scratching it, trying to simulate, you know, really harsh environments, and it seems pretty resilient. It seems like it will mold well to the curvatures of the kayak. And as I said, and as I expect, YakGear has pretty good prices, so when they end up rolling that out, I think that's going to be a pretty good fit. Got another really cool product here. I think this would probably be pretty useful in the mangroves. So when I'm going through the mangroves and I'm in some of the areas where there's current, I can clamp onto some of the branches and I'll be good to go. So right here, it's just like a clamp anchor style. So it wraps around the branches. They call this a brush gripper. Going over here, we got the c-tug, probably one of the most popular talked about carts out on the market. It has nice grip material here, which helps keep it underneath the kayak. Right now they have it where two of them are put together, because you can get this little adapter tube here and connect two of them together. You got nice wheels that do well in the sand, and these are an offering also through YakGear.com. And you got straps, everything. Yeah, they very, very, very popular cart setup. Looking over here, we got a kayak here that has a lot of different accessories on it, many of which are offered by YakGear. So YakGear is a distributor also for Railblaza, and so you'll see a lot of Railblaza components on here. You can get those through YakGear.com. Also, if you check out my Amazon store, amazon.com/shop/kayak-DIY, I have a category for YakGear. And so you'll be able to also buy products on Amazon that are from YakGear as well. So if you're really popular with Amazon, if you like buying through Amazon, that's another way that you can get these Yak Gear products. And you can get that right through our store, because we'll make it easy for you to find all of the Yak Gear products. So right here's a lot of them that we mentioned. Here's the fish grip holder, which is a track mount. So you can lock your fish grip in there. You don't have to worry about having to find it again. There are crate wells in the back there. We'll go take a look at that on this side here. So here's a look at that crate well. So it has a nice little Velcro deal, and it just kind of form fits into the crate, and it gives you a nice lightweight setup. And the other thing too is, you start buying all this fishing gear, at some point your wife or the woman at home, or maybe vice versa, maybe you're the woman angler and maybe your husband is giving you a hard time for storing all of this fishing gear. When you have stuff that is smartly designed to be able to collapse for storage when it's not in use, that's always a plus, because with the spouse and so you catch less heck having that. So I like this. That's why I bought one. You're able to run a bubbler right through the little hole, grommet hole, and you're able to keep your bait alive. So you'll see a video on that here soon. Over here is kind of a quick look at some of the Railblazer products. Many of these you'll see on my kayaks. So we got the rod holders, you got the starport designs here. So the starports, it's pretty simple how the locking mechanism works. It's just simple click, and that's one of the things I like. It's very easy to lock and unlock. So you want to remove this, you can remove it, and you can pop it on any one of their other mounts. At one point, I believe they had like 70 different mounts and whatnot, but I think that number is probably outdated number, and they probably have a lot more now. They just keep coming up with even more. I even put this one on my paddle boards. So if you have a paddle board, it's an inflatable one, and it doesn't have any rod holders, you can actually use this, and it uses a VHB, very high bond 3M adhesive. Okay, looking at the Yak Gear booth here too, we have another one of those Mariner body glove boards. These things are pretty popular, folks. Here we have the Railblazer rod holders. So as I mentioned, all you have to do, pop off the rod holder. You can swap it with any of these accessories. Any of these accessories you see right here. Let's say you want to put this one right here on. You now have a way to carry a long spear or so. You could carry your spear gun or something. So you got options here. Going over here, they have some accessories for lighting. They got some accessories for mounting your fish finders, accessories for holding your phones. So this is like a spring-loaded setup. Lights, so you can mount that on the back of your kayak. You got camera booms to be able to hold your GoPro cameras, speakers. They even sell just an adapter to where you can modify pretty much anything that you can think of into a Railblazer mount setup. So here's just kind of a look at some of the other ones. I'm going to have a link in the video description below for these products. You can also find all these products at Amazon.com/shop/kayak-DIY. That's my homepage. I have all of these products pretty much shown in there, and you can also find them at YakGear.com.